How a woman determines if you are boyfriend or husband material. Hi guys, my name is Apollonia Ponti. I'm a dating, relationship, and life coach, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time visiting, I welcome you to subscribe because not only do I help you with dating and relationship, but I also help you with attracting the right woman, the right relationship, and attracting a better and higher quality life. And that's the reason why I'm doing this episode, because if you want to be in a relationship or find a great wife, I would encourage you to watch this. So I actually have a surprise too as well, because I am joined here by my friend and lovely coach, Emil. Hi, Emil.
Hi.
Thanks for visiting.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. Are you ready to talk about wife material?
Let's get
Are
it.
you, Emil, are you husband material?
I'm definitely husband material.
That's awesome. All right, perfect. So let's get into it. So I think as a woman, for me, it's really important for me in order to create a well-known balance of a relationship with a man is one of the qualities, one of the traits that I look for in a man is his ambition, right? I want to be inspired by the man that I'm going to marry. Right. So I find him inspiring. I'm motivated by him. He makes me become a better person. And when I say makes me, like I proudly say makes me become a better person. Like it's not like he's controlling me, but he makes me become a better person. And I own that. And I think that's a really big quality that a lot of women, especially great women, and women that are very aware of what they want, look for that trait.
Now, when you say that, I think about this, right? I think about like if he makes me, it's not through he's physically forcing me, right? What I'm hearing is through his being, through his leadership, through how he shows up, that energy rubs off on you, and you're like, I want to be better.
Yeah, like I have to be better.
Yeah.
I want to be better because there's so much love there, because I'm so inspired by him that inspiration overtakes everything else.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think it's one of those things where when a man is on his purpose and he's in a full alignment, like his energy is vibrating at a certain pace, right? And as a woman, as they look for that man, they're like, well, I'm looking for a man that's going to not only protect, but that's going to be supportive, that is going to lead, that is going to be there to support the family, ultimately, right?
Exactly. And even if I can support a family, like I want a man that can be okay to support in whichever way that he can be able to, right?
Very good point.
Yeah. And then fun, like that's huge. Like I want to be able to laugh, with my partner. I want to be able to be cheesy with my partner. I want to be able to say rap verses and he gets it. You know what I mean? Or I want to be made fun of. I want there to be like competitiveness. Like I want to be playful. Like I don't always want to be, in my marriage, I don't want to always be his wife and have to do this and make sure the house is great and make sure the business is running and make sure he's fed at times, like that gets, I love doing it because it's my traits and I love it. Not meaning every woman wants to feed their man, but I'm just saying like, that's my roots. But it's like, I want to have fun. I want to be friends with him too.
Yeah, I think fun is it's actually one of my biggest values. And I think when we are fun and playful and childlike, not childish, there's a difference.
Childlike, yeah.
When we are childlike and we still have fun and invite play into our relationships, I think it's one of the key connection points that we get to bring out in our partners as well. And we get to wrestle or talk shit to each other or exactly like that. And I think when you do that, it keeps you young. It keeps you free.
Fresh.
It keeps you fresh. Exactly. And so many of us get into relationships and we do that at the start, and then we get bogged down by responsibilities and we've got chores and we've got that. We miss the key component of making sure we're bringing fun into this element.
Yeah. And also before relationships, so many men get so scared of being a friend. Like I would have never wanted to be with my husband if he wouldn't be a friend to me first. There's also a different side of a friendship, obviously, that happens when you're in a couple, and you're in a partnership. But I think that like friendship is so overlooked because men have this whole like idea of friend zone that is so bad. But there's a difference between being friend zoned all the time and being a friend that shows up in your relationship with a woman, but still having another side of you that can be seductive, that can be intuitive, that can be intentful, that can be flirtatious, right? And making your presence known. And so I think that's where you find the balance, and not just being so like, oh my God, she says like, I'm her best friend. Oh my God, I'm doing something wrong. But yet you're doing everything right.
Yeah. The whole friend thing, a friendship is super important in part of relationship. It's like, would I be friends with this person if I wasn't in a relationship with them? And I think that's a great question to ask, because so many men are with their partners, and then the moment they broke up, they're like, I would never talk to that person again, which is like, was that really a friendship? Like, did you really share values? And it really is important in relationship to be able to go, how can I actually cultivate a healthy friendship with this person?
Yeah.
Right? That we actually, you don't have to be my all, but I want you to be part of things that I love to share things with. I love to encourage you to do. You know, I came back from work today, not just because you're my partner, but because you're my friend. I want to share this with you, and I want you to share this with me. You know, like, it's so important.
Yeah. And then the other thing for me, I think, and it's women in general too, a lot of women in general, I can't speak for every woman of existence, but what I can say is what I notice is a man that's able to take control or initiative of how my weakness is, right? Like the things that I don't like, and I do the same vice versa for him. So the only thing I can do is give examples, right? Example of my marriage is like, he does not want to put up pictures on the wall, and I don't either. So I'll hire someone for that. But then also too, like if he goes in the kitchen, he's going to definitely hurt himself. Like I get scared when this man cuts a tomato, right? So like he's nowhere in the kitchen unless it's to get something to drink or something that's already made and he put it in the microwave. And so, but I also know that's his weakness, you know, but I don't blame him for that. I love it because that's a way that I can show my love for him, is by showing up in those weak points for him, right? The weak point for me is I hate numbers.
Yeah.
I don't want to know. I want to know about our investments. I want to know about the finances. I want to know, but I just want to know. I want you to manage it. I want you to help me. I want you to bring the decisions to me so we make them together, but you take the cake on this one. I need you to organize all of it. I need you to know. I need you to make the decision when it comes to stock. Like, get me out of that.
Yeah. And this is the thing. We're all going to have different traits.
Yeah.
You know, and I can totally relate to what you were saying about your husband, because I'm exactly the same. I'm like, don't ask me to fix a car, but if you want me to break down your whole psyche of what's going on right now with your whole body and your emotions, I'll do that and then figure it out and figure out the core.
Yeah.
But we're all going to have strong points and weak points in different parts of our relationship, and it's about understanding that with your partner and making sure that you're choosing a partner that it's not exactly going to always be equal. Like, I'm doing this, now you do that. And I think that's
not tit for tat.
Yeah, I think so many of us get into these relationships and they're like, well, I'm doing this and you should do this. And it's like, we're not always going to be a 50% balance, right? In between, it should be like, okay, cool, I'm taking the energy of this and you're taking the energy of this. And it's a harmony, it's a harmonization of moving and grinding together and understanding that, and that's what works.
Yeah.
Right? It's individual agreements and going, you know what, this works well for you and your husband, it might not work well for this next couple. But it's about finding that within yourselves.
The pros and the cons within yourselves, and knowing that you only know if you know yourself. Last but not least, kind of goes by with inspired by him, like number one did, but the last one I think is has a great quality level of friendships and people in his life. I think like having a life that he's created outside of me and continues to be a part of and brings me into, and it's a beautiful one, is really important. Like that could be with family, that can be with friendships, that can be with hobbies and activities. And inside of that also has that part of him that's separate from our marriage. So that can be and I'm not saying living another life. What I'm saying is having things that inspire him instead of just the relationship itself.
Yeah, healthy space.
Yeah.
Call it, right? So I think space is so overlooked as well, because whenever you get a partner as well, you think, I just love being around them. They're the best, you know, and we almost smother it. And it gets to the point where it's like we don't actually make sure we're cultivating other healthy relationships outside of that. And I think that's super important, because when we take time away from each other, we're learning as well on ourselves. And we also need to understand that we're two individuals that came together. Now we're making a partnership, but we also need to continually grow and work on ourselves separately and then bring it to the to the table. And I think that's what other relationships bring as well, and other friendships. And when we do that, it also adds different elements and different experiences into our world.
I agree. Thank you, Emil. I think this was an amazing insight, an amazing topic for us to talk about. And hopefully some of these men understand what a woman kind of looks for when it comes to husband material. I also wanted to inspire this to be fun as well. But since you stayed to the very end, I have something special for you. It's my 20-question manual to get to know a woman's true self. These questions are really powerful when you're actually dating a woman. Maybe you're on your 4th, 5th, 6th date, things are going well, to get some insight and really connecting with her to see if these are qualities that you can embrace and see a future with her as well. As well as Emil's YouTube channel. He is an emotional intelligence coach, so I definitely want to give him a shout out because he has a great YouTube channel. I would check it out. I'll put it in the links below.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for having me.
Thank you. All right, guys, as you know, click the links below to get that free manual. It's a 20-question manual. And also, too, you can watch over here in the next video if you want to continue watching. And if this is your first time visiting, I welcome you to subscribe. As always, I'll see you in the next one. And remember, you are always loved. Bye for now.